Can you hear me tonight? Let me know if you can hear me down below. And I thought, we should start 3 minutes earlier where I can just do a little bit of chit chat. That's anyway what I like to do, right? So we can do a little bit of chit chat the next 2 minutes before. And hopefully we're going to have, maybe 2 or 3 more viewers. And let me know, can you hear me? Because then we got 50% of this little show going. It is good, however, to see Cryptostan in the house, chaotic rage. Now we're gonna do a little transition and a little nonsense. And don't forget, it is Saturday night, right? Saturday night. As I said, we're gonna start in 2 more minutes, so I'm just gonna do a little chit chat. It's good to see we got Baby Whale here. Baby Whale is in all balls deep into Bitcoin Cash. Maybe not the worst thing. I think Bitcoin Cash can have a good future. What we say? I think it's one of the old boys, really, right? And I think it's gonna have. I think once we're gonna see mass adoption, I think Bitcoin Cash has a lot of room to grow. Shahid is here, my soul brother. We got PC. How are you doing? And then we got Tom B, South Carolina. I mean, I would like to. And it's sunny here too. Well, that's lovely to hear. Today we also had a very warm day here in the war area of Ukraine. It is terrible when I go through the news and we see all those terrible things going on, supply chain management and the Green Deal and war literally and limited gas and fertilizer and fertilizer here and there. So many things that it's almost too much, right? And it is Saturday. We're supposed to talk about good things. But one thing I can tell you, and we're going to start in a minute. Good to see Rena is here and Thomas is here. Love Crypto Portfolio live streams. And, well, thank you. Let's hope you're going to like it today. And we got Cool Boy in the house. Hands up for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Well, yeah, it is a lot of hard work. And I was thinking, I want to share with you how much we've earned on this channel since we started. I mean, I think it's $1.20 a day. $1.20 a day. So I just want you to understand, we don't do this for money. We do this really for sharing is caring. So when I get a little love message that you thank me, that's my currency. My currency is really just a little bit of love. Can you believe it? Anyway, I think it's time to start now. So let's do it. Let's do it. And I think it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps, to cryptocurrency portfolio update. In case you're new to this channel, you want to stay on top of the crypto world, but then do me a favor and hit like, smash, subscribe so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos. So that you can, and this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Harachi, and I am number 1. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's young, he's handsome, he's a prophet, he's a poet. They know it. I must be the greatest. I told the world.
Well, Saturday Night Live, cryptocurrency portfolio update is a little bit different than when we do the usual live streams. So, first of all, I do want to congratulate all of you who are here, all 10 of you. You see the difference between the 10 of you and all the other 99% that are missing, besides maybe just because I'm the worst live streamer in the world. But besides the fact that I'm the worst live streamer, 99% that are not here today, they're also not on most of the other cryptocurrency channels. And that's a shame. But let's forget about them. And the fact that you are here, you probably know more than me, but it goes to show, and I'm confident that you will become among the 1%. So before we move in, you see, when I started this, there's a difference, because when I started investing into crypto, that was back in 2016, yeah. And then when we had the first drop, after the 20,000 in 2018. It was like at that time, I mean, I gotta say, at that time, we didn't it was very difficult to find any news when it came regarding crypto and blockchain, right? It was like after 17, 18, there had been a lot of fake ICOs and they were gone. So a lot of people had just been really wiped out and lost everything. I kept holding on to my Ethereum. And, I was thinking it took a while, right? It wasn't, I bought them even though very cheap, but I took them all the way up to when they hit 1,500 and I kept them when they went all the way down. But so in 2018, let's just go and have a quick look at the chart. That's good here. Boom. So this is not any kind of analysis. It is just a little bit going down in the past. So you can see when we had Bitcoin hitting here 20,000 back in 2017 in the end. I mean, it went down, 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 down. I mean, it took a long time for it to go down, right? 14 months. And let me put it like this. That was 14 months when it was going down. You could just see how people, they were really, there were lots of hope, let's say the first 6 months. But then, as it got further down, people didn't even want to hear about Bitcoin. I also want to let you know, I've been around in the world and I know a few people here and there. Very funny though. Back in 2017, people really that I hadn't, forgotten about long time ago, they started calling me around this time when Bitcoin was around, I don't know, 14,000. That was when they were calling me and asking if it was a good time to buy. It's really funny that, I cannot put any percentage on it, but, the majority, they really come in here and then they buy. And as it then goes further down, then they say, "Phew, that's a shit show. That's not for me. That's a shit show." Anyway, what I wanted to say is, it was a long crypto winter, and I looked at my portfolio once a day, every day, and or sometimes just 2-3 times a week because nothing really happened. It was long, but you couldn't get any news anywhere. That's actually the point I wanted to get to. So I was like, mainstream doesn't write anybody. Is it really going to be the future of finance? Is it really, 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 really? But then in 2018, I think 2019, I found a few channels. I found Data Dash. I found Ivan on Tech. And I have to say, somebody like Ivan on Tech, he really got my mood up again. It was amazing. It was amazing because it was like, I was like, thank God I found my home. I found my, where I belong. A community of visionaries, of lions and eagles. And he was really bringing the news in a way that you could understand that there's a lot going on. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that you probably all know it if you're here today. It's a shame that the 99% are not here because they're missing out. And my point was, there's so much more information now. There's so many more facts that the future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes and it's being built on the blockchain. But nevertheless, this stream is only for the sexy looking people.
This dance ain't for everybody. Only the sexy people.
So here we go. Okay. I want to go in and say hello to the chat. We take it a little easier today because we got time. I want to see I know there's not so many people. AB, you are here. You're the best. You're number one. Isn't it amazing? We got 17 viewers. I congratulate myself for being the littlest channel on the interweb. But I will also tell you why I don't quit and why I keep doing it. The fact, just for this portfolio update, I also update Kitty's portfolio, right? And it keeps me on, let's say, very much on the edge of what's going on. So let's get it over with. Let's start. I don't even know which edition, but it is Crypto Never Sleeps with CryptoCurrency Portfolio Update. By the way, we'll look at a Bitcoin chart before we end because it is the last day of the week and that will be interesting. Okay, so this is the wrong, not 5 coins limit order, it is Crypto Portfolio Update. I hope you all know this, and I'm sure I have to go through a little bit about how what you need to become a successful investor, because this is what cryptocurrency portfolio is all about. And some people ask me, what do? I am a full-time investor, and I'm a content provider. But a content provider, $1.20 is not really what pays my day. So discipline, you need discipline. You need to understand, and you need to understand your budget, your income. You need to run yourself, your own finances much better than the current global countries and governments are doing, because they literally don't know nothing about nothing. You need knowledge and wisdom. If you can't get that, find someone, but educate yourself. Unfortunately, doesn't matter how smart you are, knowledge and wisdom will only come over time and experience. We learn from every mistake we do, we learn. I am also learning from every cycle, right? Even this cycle, I did a mistake, right? I lost my UST holdings. They were gone. I didn't invest in Terra, but we keep doing mistakes, but we keep learning. That's experience, and that's time. Another important thing, I love you. I truly do. But the coins, XRP, the Cardano, or whatever these coins are, I can guarantee you one thing, they don't love you. In fact, they don't even know you exist. So take your love and give it to Sister Shelly or Brother Jamal or somebody else, not to the coin. When it comes to money, you gotta be unemotional. Otherwise, you will not succeed. What do? We do cryptocurrencies, we stake, we farm, and I'm happy that these two words, well, farming is going more and more away. Staking is still there, but what it really is, that we provide liquidity. Stablecoins, we still hold stablecoins, obviously, and it's good that we do. Precious metals, this is something that I hold a little bit on the side, but nothing that we speak about here too much, because there's so much to do. Average in and average out, that's what I do. Some they're day traders, some they are monthly traders, some they are diamond hands forever, ever. Some they don't even trade at all. I average in, I average out, but we've been pretty good in doing that. So, there was a time, so I have to say also, there's a little bit of old slide, 50% stablecoins and 50% altcoins. I think Kitty's portfolio is around 60, 65, maybe close to 70% invested now. So there's still coin in the right pocket, in the back pocket, and in the back pocket, because should the markets go down lower, well then Kitty is ready. However, if we're not, then that's also great. Very important. This slide is very important. We are talking so much about the evolution of technology. And yes, that is what the blockchain is. But on the other hand, the blockchain, the base layer, is nothing else than a ledger in the cloud somewhere, right? That's the infrastructure. So it is important, and there's been lots of money to be made in investing in, and there still is, in the blockchain infrastructure. But don't forget that the blockchain infrastructure is only the basis layer in order for traditional industries to migrate onto the blockchain. So the traditional industries that are important today, some of them, are gonna go down in the memory lane. But obviously, the main industries that we know today, they will still be important tomorrow. But it's a transition. So we have to look for traditional industries on the blockchain. That's at least what we do here. These are the base layers or the ecosystems that we look at. Ethereum, that's my all-time favorite. Cardano, let's hope it's going to be as good as we think. Binance, Binance is basically just, a clone on Ethereum, but Binance has really generated money, a lot of money, a ton of money, and they have actually been able to build up an ecosystem that is extraordinary. So, if we had to look at the market, the ultimate market leader, and also generating lots of turnover and profit, well, Binance is number one. But somehow, right, it's still being not viewed as the 100% market leader of tomorrow, but it will always be there, that's for sure. So we like Binance, of course. Kusama Armor, we like that too. Polkadot, of course, and Solana. We never had Terra here, just so you know that. Guys, I need a Bahama Mama moment here, just... So you can see we got the base layers on the left. So these are the blockchain ecosystems we like, and we look at infrastructure. such as oracles, DeFi. We will see it on the next slide. And of course, the traditional industries. Now, in the third cycle that I believe is coming now, that is the launch of the Web 3.0, and that is when we are really going to see mass adoption. In order for mass adoption to occur, of course, we need the infrastructure to work, right? But we also need something to do there, right? And this is where the subcategories, the traditional industries, are coming in. So there's just one little hiccup in the middle of everything. Until now, when we've been able to implement and build the blockchain, many people thought that this will be the future with decentralized and trustless and permissionless and all of them goodies that we all love, but I don't think that's where we're going yet. I do believe that it's going to be a very permissioned, centralized, permissioned blockchain ecosystem, monetary system that we are going to encounter in 2023 and beyond. And a lot of KYC. But so we need to take this into consideration and remember here, this is not a political channel. This is a channel to make money. So in this fact, I'm embracing it because when we know there's regulation, when we know which blockchains, which protocols are going to survive, well, lucky us, right? So the next slide that we have here is, we call it global CBDC development, but you have to understand. So let's say that the central bank digital currency will be issued by the central bank, yeah? And all the protocols, all the shit coins that do not have a license, well, you won't be able to interact with them. So we need to look at the protocols, the companies that like Aave, like Maker, where we feel that they're going to play a vital role in the future of finance. So they need to have a license. There will be some new protocols, but it's important that they can be connected to the Web 3.0. And here you can see that Maker, Compound, Decentraland, Curve, Synthetic. I think there's been an energy web token and also some insurance protocols. So from the traditional world, a lot of companies that haven't taken the necessary step to, let's say, modernize their business to migrate onto the blockchain, they're going to be forgotten. So that's important. That's why I always talk about the market leaders of tomorrow. Now we have here on the left Ethereum. Now that can be anything, right? No, not anything. It can be, obviously, instead of Ethereum, it could be Polkadot, it could be Kusama, it could be Solana, it can be Cardano, it can be, we forgot Avalanches, of course, fantastic, right? There are a few others that we are not have here that I absolutely love, but there's only 24 hours a day and I'm alone basically. So what is the blockchain infrastructure? Well, it's decentralized exchanges, right? Lending protocols. Decentralized storage is going to be huge, right? Huge. It's completely undervalued at the moment. Automated market makers. We need oracles like Chainlink, like Kylink, like let's hope that Umbrella is going to do something. And then, of course, we need, that's another thing, aggregators, right? So right now we have 1inch, which is the most known aggregator. But, praise to the good Lord of Thorchain Rune is basically also like an aggregator, right? So we're going to see more. What is an aggregator? It's nothing like when we go in and we want to buy a flight to somewhere. Well, we go in on all these websites that aggregate offers, right? And then NFTs. I think that NFTs is going to have a whole other meaning than buying naked monkeys, but we love engine. So, traditional industries, energy, supply chain management, gambling, gaming, and insurance. And these are all coins that we own. So, yeah, we're not going to talk about the Black Swan event and all that. Last year we were saying, what can be the Black Swan event? Evergrande and Tether? That was not it, right? I also said, you never know what the Black Swan event can be. Very much seems to me like it was, the war we're seeing with Russia and Ukraine. And perhaps when we're going to look back, in many years, we will also say that it was those damn ugly cronies. But let's see. So, what are we gonna do here? Before I'm gonna go in, I wanna go and look at Bitcoin. No, wait, I just need a sip of my drink here. 1 second. So, our portfolio is pretty big, and it's also difficult to go over the entire portfolio in one stream. So I wanted just to go over some of the coins that we have, but that we are also staking, and I think that is important. So the first one, obviously, from yesterday, in case you watched the stream, is Karura, right? So we participated in the Parachain auction, and as you can see here, so not only have I averaged in for Kitty, remember I own nothing and I'm happy, and a very important thing, this is not financial advice at all, because I literally do not know shit about crypto. You see, if you know a thing or two about cryptocurrencies, then this is no new news for you. But if you are new to this, then this is important, because this was also something that there wasn't then in 2017, right? So if we go in, for example, and let's look at, for that matter, at Kusama, right? Let's look at Kusama, so you understand, that's why it's sometimes good not only to average in, but also to hold them. So you can see here, right? Kusama had an all-time high of 625. Now, if you've been averaging in here, let's say even below, let's say since 200, and you are then staking those tokens at, so you can see here, at 55%. Well, those tokens could then potentially be worth, because I do think we're going to see an all-time high go beyond the 625, right? So they can be worth a lot. Anyway, so staking is a powerful thing, and that is also why that Kitty is not sad. Does the bear market is going to last, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months? Making a lot of extra coins. So you can see here, yes, we are providing liquidity, Karura and Kusama together at 55%. We're also providing liquidity with Karura and the AUSD at 88%. That's sexy. And you can do that on the Karura platform. Yesterday, we only did Kusama and Karura, but we have done that before in a live stream, Karura and AUSD. So on Akala, we're doing there Akala AUSD at 19%. That's much less than what we're getting on Karura. So why, I like to stay to Karura. It's basically the same, same company. Nevertheless, a little bit Polkadot here in the beginning. Kyling staking at 14%. And and they are all down, I don't know, like between 80 to 95% from the all-time highs. So this staking makes it just more interesting. Umbrella Eller, that's something we've been holding on to for a long, long time. They have had some glitches, I'm aware of that, but nevertheless, we've been staking currently at 25%, and we have done that for a long time. And just remember that this staking reward obviously can change, right? Today's 25, yesterday it was, 45. So be aware of that. But nevertheless, long term usually plays out good. Moonbeam is another coin. I can see today we're very Polkadot oriented. Moonbeam staking at around 20%. Just holding and waiting for the explosion, for the Web 3.0 to start. IOTA Miota, also staking. Now there, we've also been, I don't know, staking the past 6 months. We've been staking their 2 new tokens. So we don't know what the APR is or APY, but we have been staking and receiving Assembly and Shima tokens. And we need to talk more about IOTA, because it is an entire unique ecosystem. If you know it, you know how great it is. But we do not know when Assembly and the Shima token are going to list. So it's a little bit like the Polkadot Parachain auctions, right? So I look forward to that, because we got a lot of those. So Radium Solana, right? DeFi. On Solana, we're staking Radium at 10%. But down here below, you can see we are providing liquidity at where 50% USDC and 50% Radium at 25%. And you know what? I love it, because not only am I getting 25%, or Kitty getting 25% on Radium, also getting 25% on a stable coin. Oh, that's lovely, right? Now, of course, there's impermanent risk, right? So, but, you know, that is what you have to take. We have also spoken about that, how you can look at that. It's always less risky when you have a stable coin and a altcoin. Of course, better two stable coins. Anyway, on PancakeSwap, we also doing something, right? Staking Cake at 42%. However, we have locked that in for 6 months. Also showed you that. We're also there providing liquidity for Chromia and BUSD at 39%. Now, in case you do not know Chromia, it's a Swedish company. Talk about it often here in the stream, but very little in the videos. But it's a great coin. We bought it at 4 cents on the dollar, and we announced it, obviously. And it's currently at 19 cents, but I mean, it's 87% down from its all-time high. So, you know, that's where the bear trend is actually only, or the bear market is actually only a huge opportunity. Synthetics, 63%, right? Staking. Actually, with this is, sometimes I get asked what is each position for Kitty? Well, her current position is in synthetics. If synthetics is going to hit its all-time high that it had last year, well, then her position alone in synthetics would be around 650,000. And we try to keep it at that each position in each coin would, obviously we put in the same amount. And so a lot of them, if they will reach it, it will be around 500,000, something like that. Not my money. So synthetics just this week alone in this position, you can see here $890 or so. I mean, that's on staking rewards in 1 month, between $2,000 and $4,000 just in synthetics. Not a bad thing. Virtue Poker. Now that's a very little risky business coin. But there we also staking, locked it up for 180 days. And we're staking that 50%. And there you can see, here that would not be such a big position as in synthetics. But should it go to its all-time high, then that would be a position worth 300,000 for Kitty dollars. So you can see here, this is where we are, just the staking pool in Virtue Poker. Then also, Katesi is one that we have bought a long time ago, staking that at 32%. Just like that, been doing that for a while. And then Engine on the wall, we're staking that on Binance, providing liquidity in the pool with Engine combined with USDT. I love this because, again, as I said, it's a very, very, very good way of diversifying your stable coins. So you still hold your altcoins, but all those stable coins that we've been generating in the past year, you want to earn interest on them. And when you can earn these kind of interests and you can diversify your risk, well, then it's not the worst thing that can happen. Insurace, there we're staking at 6%, but we stopped staking there because their staking rewards, they were higher, and they did take a hit with UST, with Terra, but not, I have to say they managed and reacted and were transparent, and I believe that Insurace is going to play a big role in the future of insurance. So there we've also slowly been building up a position. Should Insurace ever go back to its all-time high, then Kitty would sit on $660,000 on that position. Guys, that's about it for today. Keep it short and not so much. I do wanna go and have a last look at Bitcoin, because I know that you guys, you cannot live without watching my my analysis. Because that's just, that's just how that goes. Let's go and look at Bitcoin. It's actually always interesting. It is Saturday. We will see what's going to happen today and tomorrow, right? So we're looking at the weekly, and you can see Bitcoin is really struggling. Is it really going to hold above the 7-day moving average or not? And when you look at it on the daily, the last 4 days we've been going down, still above the 7-day moving average. Not that really, to a certain extent. Let's see if it's going to go below or break through. With Ethereum, again, it's a very clear picture. I don't think Ethereum is going to break that much down, but who knows? There might be a flash crash coming up this weekend. Even though these flash crashes, we're not seeing them anymore because there's really not a lot of liquidity in the market. Yeah. Midnight Express, how are you doing? That's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And sometimes it's also difficult for me to know what you really want me to talk about. Geopolitics is very important at the moment, and of course, there's much more when it comes to the portfolio, right? And but I try to talk about that during the week. I think you can see below, these are all the coins that we are holding, and yeah. So let me know if there's any questions. Tigerman, I have to go back and watch that. Yeah, if you want. So-called Kahuna, how will we know that Web 3.0 has started? Now, that's a good question. Samuel, how are you? Love Radium. Yeah, but remember, Radium doesn't love you. I love you. I'm a mama. That's the best thing we have. How will you know? Now, how will you know that Web 3.0 has started? That's a very good question. And to a certain extent, you could say the Web 3.0 has started. But what makes the Web 3.0 valuable is that people are using it, right? So, and you will see, so it's actually volume, and you will see, so the Web 3.0 is again, it's just an infrastructure. So how can I say it? Imagine you have a big new mall that's going to be built, right? So we're going to build a big mall, and a lot of, everybody can rent, space there, and we're going to have some restaurants and a clothing shop and a telephone shop and whatever. So we open the mall, right? But when are we actually going to see that something is happening there? Well, that's when the shops are there, the restaurants, then they open the doors, and then the people come in. So what we're seeing now is that the infrastructure of the Web 3.0, that is very much what Polkadot is doing with the parachains. But ultimately, mass adoption on the Web 3.0 will start once we see the rollout of the central bank digital currency. Because let's be honest, why do you or I really need the blockchain today? Well, we need it because we can make some money on it, right? That's what we need it for. And that's what we are using it for. But when besides the fact when I read up on it and when I go out to the grocery shop or I go here and there and do my own stuff, I don't really need the blockchain, right? So this is why the Web 3.0 is being built as we are speaking, but we need the rollout of the CBDC, because that's when money from this almost entire world is going to flow through the future, or through the Web 3.0. It was created by Ethereum developer Fabian Vogelsteller, who joined the Ethereum team. Thanks for yes. Are you familiar with Lux? I brought this altcoin a few years ago, Lux, and it goes up with. I have to look at that, PC. Thank you so much. I will look at that. Now, before we end, it is Saturday night, right? Saturday night, and I like some boxing. So I don't know if you like boxing, but coming up in August, right, we're going to see Alexander Usyk against Anthony Joshua. Do you like boxing? Who do you think is going to win? Because we're going to follow it a little bit until they're going to fight. So that's it. Have a lovely Saturday. Stay strong. And don't forget, love yourself first. And stay the way you are. Come keep watching me. If you have a bad day, what really makes us unique is if we can come back. I came back. I'm sure you have done too, and if not, I know you will.
Can I tell you something? You ain't met the real you until you have to use your power. That's the real you. Many of you, you're like a superhero. Truth be told, you ought to rejoice because you have love power, joy power, faith power. You also have comeback power. What is comeback power? Comeback power is the ability to overcome any obstacle, challenge, or difficulty. You have this innate ability, this instinct on the inside, that you can come back from anything. Your human side quits everything quickly. You start a relationship on Monday and you quit it by Wednesday because y'all miscommunicate because you miss one text and it's over. That's your human side. But then you got this other side that can come back from anything. There's a part of you that don't throw in towels. There's a part of you that never says die. There's a part of you that refuses to quit. There's a part of you that has long suffering. There's a part of you that when you get down for the count, they can count up to 8, they can count to 9, but 10, you are back on your feet. There's a part of you that no matter what comes your way, you just got to bounce back up. You can't stay down. No matter what is thrown your way, you got something called comeback power. You've been through some stuff, means you had to face some stuff that I ain't never seen, and you might be walking a little slow now, and you might just be chilling now, but little do we know, if we saw the videos of who you once was, if we saw you in younger days, we see you marching, we see you tearing stuff up, we see it, why? Because you have come back power. That's the only reason why you made it to where you are today. You survive in environments that other people drown in. Environment is everything. Environment is everything. There's a quote, I don't know whose quote it is, but there's a quote that says, everyone is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb trees, it will spend the rest of its life thinking that it's dumb. Let me say it again. Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb trees, it will spend the rest of its life thinking that it's dumb. You survive in environments other people drown in. Because water might drown you, but it's home for a fish. Difficulty is that's not water you drown in. That's perfect conditions for you to swim. Difficulty? You a believer? This is what we do. Huh? This is what we do. Don't be careful when you compare yourself to people who don't have the anointing you have, who don't have the call that you have, who don't have the purpose that you have. I know what it did to them, but it don't mean it's gonna do that to you. Difficulty doesn't kill who you are, it actually reveals who you are. Can I tell you something? You ain't met the real you until